Hello, this is Zachary Yarnot for the Week 2 Milestone. I just want to give a progress update on what I've been working on and what I plan to be working on in the near future. So the first thing I'd like to go over was changes that I made to my base asset. I wasn't actually planning to do much, but after having spoken with an animator on the subject, there was actually a couple of issues that were found. One of which that happened was due to, let's just move that over, was this IK-FK switch. When you would move it to IK, it wouldn't move it from IK to FK, it wouldn't move correctly. It was actually because it was linked up over here as opposed to being linked to this one. But now they each work independently of each other, and it's just working much nicer. The other couple things I changed included making it so the hand follows closer to this control. It doesn't actually follow this control itself, but follows a joint in the wrist that I have, so that way the coat deforms more correctly. And then similar thing over here with these two icons. Wanted this to actually follow along with this controller. Instead, I made it so that way it follows along with the ankle bone. So that way, when we switch over to FK, it actually can be seen. So there's that. I also made sure to add finger controls, ones that accommodate all of the controls that the fingers have and could potentially have in the future if an animator so desires to ask for one. A couple other smaller fixes too, but I really don't think they're probably worth the time. So instead, I want to talk about my main focus for the week now, which was getting the mouth and nose and cheeks done. So obviously, it's not perfect. There are no controls in place right now, but I definitely think that this could be handed off to an animator, show them, hey, this is the direction we're going for the face. How do you feel about this? I plan on talking with Erica tonight, sending her the file, see what she thinks, see how she feels about the shapes in question. Obviously, right now, there's deformation. These are just to show the location of the bones in relation to the other controls. Yeah, but I was able to get the whole host of emotions. Let me just bring up wireframe unshaded to kind of show kinds of things I did. The only thing that right now this wouldn't show very well would be the cheek, because I did have to get some normal maps in there to help clean that up. I did figure out the math associated with setting that up. So I did get this smile working, kind of gets a nice blend. And there are two phases to the smile, just so that way I can do just add them together to get a nice cleaner shape over a cleaner period. So like this gets the total shape, and this gets kind of the corner nice. And so those two together make this nice shape. It looks very strange from this angle, but looks much nicer from like here or at like lower frequencies. So yeah. And then of course, obviously, have a frown. Did similar over there too. Just had two phases of it because I felt like that gave more of a nicer look. I will be using I will be squaring the inputs for one of them and square rooting the input for another. That way it looks nice and it overlaps well. And then as for the nose, I have mostly joint driven up here. And then as we get closer to the nostrils, actually went with that. Went and added a couple blend shapes just to help, so that way I didn't have to put in a bunch of joints to kind of emulate that look. Also, if it's desired by Erica, I do have normal maps in place to help more convincingly show off the blend from here to here. That's really up to what she's thinking and feeling. But yeah, other than that, I guess I also have, here, let me grab that and show off. This is something I thought of putting in place. Basically, it would calculate halfway between the actual aim controller and center. That way it gets like halfway. It's this nice kind of follow along that occurs, obviously way less on this axis. But yeah, other than that, that's what I did this week. That in terms of what I plan on doing, I plan on getting a nice looking convincing blink going up here, get this brow. I want to figure out exactly what I want to do because I don't want deformation of the eye cavity, other than for, say, a blend shape that's very obviously for cartoony stuff. But right now I'm just going to pretend that this is a realistic character, and so I want to figure out what the best course of action would be for the eyebrows, because they're kind of baked into the normal map and the ambient maps. But that's pretty much it for this week, so thank you very much for watching.